Getting out on the trail is one of my favorite things in the world to do. You're surrounded by beauty that fewer people have the ability to get out and see. Most days, things go as planned. Other days, you run into roadblocks. Some are natural, some are not. Come along for the ride with me as I explore Walnut Canyon. This is a route saturated with beauty and is located out near Superior, Arizona. Thank you once again for joining me, and welcome back to Buckin' Life. Before we get into today's video, I'm going to ask you to please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified of all future new content from Buckin' Life. Thank you so much for watching. Hey guys, it's AJ. Welcome back to the channel. This is Buckin' Life. Today, as you probably already know, we're doing Walnut Canyon. It's located out near Superior. It's about 106 miles from my front door, I believe. So it took me a little while to get out here, and I got a much later start than I really wanted to. Onyx says this trail is rated a 5, and it says it takes 6 hours to complete. Now, I hope it doesn't take 6 hours, because if it does, it's going to be starting to get dark by the time I'm getting finished up here. So we'll see how it goes, and let's get this trail started today. Walnut Canyon. Now, what would be going on the trail without coming across some cows? Hey guys. You guys are pretty friendly, huh? You guys are just chilling. Have a good day, guys. Oh, hold on, I'm going. You can stay here. You can stay here. Bye. Right off the bat, a couple of moo cows. Right from the get-go, I'm noticing the beginning of this trail is very washed out. Now, I don't know if that's a sign for things to come, but it may or may not be. The beginning of this trail is very sandy. It's almost the consistency of a wash, but it's, you know, kind of like a regular road, I guess. But yeah, it seems to be pretty soft, and it's definitely washed out, as you can see here. We got a good amount of ruts, so we'll see what we come up on in the future for this trail. Another thing I'm noticing right away is the scenery. It is beautiful. So you can see we're in the wash area coming into the canyon. And the scenery is just superb. And this is just the beginning of the trail. Now, I've been wanting to come out here for quite some time because I've seen pictures, I've word of mouth. I just heard it's very, very beautiful, so that's why I'm here. I finally talked myself into coming all the way out here. So hopefully it lives up to the hype. I'm sure it will. have barely begun this trail, and I just wanted to show you there is no shortage of amazing rock formations and scenery. Absolutely beautiful. Get that plateau up there directly behind me, and it's extremely green out here, obviously, because we've been getting a lot of rain this year. So wow, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And so far, a lot of water crossings. There was a good amount of water flowing in the wash, and I just went through the second water crossing of the day, so I don't know how many more they're going to be, but you know, you always gotta love water crossings, right? Always makes it more fun. Yeah, so far, you know, this scenery, it's not disappointing. I'll just say that. Definitely not. You know, there are a lot of cows on this trail, just sitting in the middle of the trail like it's nothing. They don't even seem to care that I'm there. You know, they get out of the way a little bit, but they just kind of look at you. Most of the time the cows go running for the hills, but these ones aren't afraid. Green it is out here. I don't think I've ever seen it this shade of green before. As you can see behind me, starting to gain a lot more elevation now, going up a little switchback, and wow, just you can see the trail where I came up from, and all the cows down there. God, there must be 30 of them. They're all over this trail, but wow, what scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, that's not good. How the heck am I supposed to get around that?
What is that?
Sir, it's a van and broken trailer in the middle of the trail, sir.
How did it get here?
Sir, I don't know, sir. Now this is something you don't expect or hope to come across. Now this is a full-size van with a trailer and a broken axle right in the middle of the trail. As I was checking out the scene, I noticed the owner coming down the trail on a mountain bike. He had gone all the way to the top to try to call for help. The axle on his trailer busted off right at the hub. Now without helping this guy out, nobody was going to get by. I also do not have it in me to leave anyone stranded on the trail. Now his van was just fine, but his trailer wasn't going anywhere. Now there was no way anybody was getting by his van, but we could get by his trailer if we could just get it unhitched. With the way the trailer was cockeyed, it was putting a heck of a lot of tension on the trailer hitch and the ball, so it was very difficult to get undone. It took us a while, but we eventually got it unhitched. Eventually, a couple of older gentlemen came down the mountain on a couple side-by-sides. They helped us unpack some important things from Lee's trailer and helped him put it into his van. Now this gentleman, Lee, he runs some mountain biking and camping tours. He was actually meeting a group of about 8 people out there. So needless to say, his day was not starting off well at all. How many of those people are you meeting, bud?
8.
8 people? Could they get on their bikes and come down here and help you out?
Well, if I could tell them where I am. But you know, they've never been here before, so they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know this area.
You're gonna have to replace that axle before that goes anywhere.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Because it snapped off at the
At
axle.
the hub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't help but think that there might have been a warning. You know?
Yeah.
Like something like, oh, what's that sound? You know, before it went snap.
Well, sometimes you never know, though. Yeah. Well, I was telling them there are groups, volunteer groups that do volunteer off-road recovery, and they don't charge you, but you know it's good that you give them something, donation, you know, type deal. Now, of course, they're not going to be the most responsive. It might take a few days to gather everybody together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Matt's off-road recovery or anything like that. So.
Boy, it'd be nice if we had that guy around here.
Well, there is a guy that does that out here, but it's not cheap. I mean, it's gonna $1,500 minimum just to come out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea what those guys charged, but I knew it had to be a lot.
It is not cheap because it's a specialized field.
They got specialized equipment.
Yep.
Yeah, they got off-road wreckers.
Yep.
And they're pretty stout. Oh, that one looks even bigger.
So, trying to help this guy out, and I'll show you exactly what happened here. You can see his axle broke right there at the hub. So the trailer is dug down into the ground. He's trying to get some stuff out of there, put in his van, and at the very least he can move his van out of the way. We got it unhitched. That was a chore in itself, but we got it unhitched from the van, and I think we have enough room to get by on this side. So I think, you know, once the van's out of the way, we can get by right here. So now I think I might be able to get by. He's gonna move his van out of the way, and I'm gonna sneak by him. But man, I really feel for that guy. It's not something you really want to get into out here, something like that, man. 'Cause that trailer is either gonna be here for a long time, or it's not gonna get out of here without a big cost to it. So we'll see what happens.
Channel 38 with his bestest buddy Billy Morrison for Dare I Say, a brand spanking new episode of Ozzy Speaks.
All right.
Yeah, so we can get around this one.
That looks easy. So I got by, obviously, like I said before. Now getting back, I'm gonna have to go by that trailer again, but this time I'm gonna have to do it on my own. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully I don't go tumbling down the mountain. I told him he should just turn that trailer on its side, give some people some more room to get by. But it should be fine. If I can get by one way, I can get by the other way. It's, you know, probably not going to be a big deal. But that added an extra hour and a half to my day. It's probably going to be dark by the time I get out of here. Oh well, is what it is. One of the things that happens on the trail, sometimes you encounter the unexpected, and that's what you have to expect. The unexpected. Now, coming down that decline, it was all extremely rocky and slow going. Now, with that being said, I hope it's not rocky like that for most of this trail, because if it is, I'm not getting out of here until dark. But I came out here to do this trail, and I'm going to try to finish the trail. Yeah, so far it's great, but I mean, I really barely just entered the loop. I'd say about a mile into the loop, and this whole trail is 14 miles long. Now, before you hit the loop, you do about a few miles worth of wash and things like that, but you know, let's see if I can make up some time. Boy, you know, I guess this is a lesson learned about getting out early. I asked the guy, his name was Lee, you know, I asked him, how long you been out here? You know, when did your axle break? He said, oh, about 5 minutes ago. If you would have, you know, come a little bit sooner, you would have been able to get around me easily. Great. Yeah. Oh well. That's not something I'm going to forget anytime soon, mind you. But like I said before, I am going to have to get back by that trailer on the way out. Hopefully someone else comes by and tips that trailer over onto its side just to allow more room. I mean, it's not going to be damaged any more than it already is, you know, but unfortunately that might have to happen if someone comes by in a bigger vehicle. You don't want to have to back down that road. I can't even call it a road. Called a trail, and it's very rocky and pretty steep. You don't want to back down that. I wish that guy the best, man. Jeez, I wouldn't want to be him right now, I can tell you that much. Well, here's a nice little viewpoint to catch some scenery. So far, one of the more beautiful trails I've ever been on. There's no doubt about that. Now that I've taken the view for a second, let's try to make up some more time. A lot of this trail is extremely washed out, so you got to be careful. Very deep washouts. I've scraped quite a few times already, but it hasn't been anything that's, you know, just overly major. But we're continuing on. A lot of fun. I just hope I get out of here before dark. I've come to a sandy wash bottom, so I'm gonna try to make up some time here. I'm not just gonna crawl through here, so yeah. Let's make up some time, get some of this trail done before nightfall. Now, if it does so happen that I'm out here when it gets dark, so be it. A little bit of night wheeling never kill anybody, right? Right. Definitely get some nice wildflowers out in bloom. It's one of the good things about this time of year. Just came across a gentleman out here hiking. He is on his 300th mile of the Arizona Trail. Now that's spectacular. That's an amazing feat. Congratulations for him. You know, I asked him if he needed any water or anything. He's good. Like I said, that's an accomplishment. Absolutely an accomplishment for sure.
So obviously I came down in the mountain, right? So I ended up in some wash, and so I think I'm starting to head up now. I would say I'm about 3/4 of the way around the loop until I get back to where I'll meet up to where I was. Not far from where the trailer was blocking the trail. We'll see. But beautiful trail. It's a great one. Scenery is just stunning, very stunning. I've only had to use my locker one time so far, only because the section was extremely rutted out and off camber, so I had to turn on my rear locker to get through it. But after I turned on the locker, went through like it was nothing. That's what lockers are for. Walnut Canyon lookout. Of course I'm gonna go up and check it out. That's where I'm heading right now. If it's a lookout, it's gotta be good. So we're gonna go see.
Now, starting my way up this trail to the lookout area, I immediately noticed it wasn't used very much. I was starting to see weeds in the middle of the trail, and it was overgrown, and it was really, really rocky. I wasn't going to let that stop me though, because I wanted to see what was up there. Now normally, when I see a trail that looks like this, I don't go up it, but I was feeling quite froggy today. I was definitely going to see what the heck was up there. But I mean, if there would have been a rock slide or something, you know, a boulder blocking the trail, I would have had to back all the way down this, because as you can see, you're not going to turn around. It's impossible. And there's where it ends. I guess I should have listened to my gut instinct. Now, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be to get turned around. And of course I exaggerate sometimes and say I did like a 40-point turn, but it was more like an 8 or a 9-point turn.
This is definitely a lookout. But I got to the top, and yeah, I'll show you. This is what I see. I'm like, ledge, rocky hill. Can I get turned around up here? Boy, let me tell you, that was pretty sketchy, but it's definitely a lookout. Now on the satellite view, it definitely looks like there's a lot more room up here to turn around with, but there's not. So if you have a full-size pickup or something, do not come up to the Walnut Canyon lookout. It is a pain in the butt to get turned around, and you don't want to end up down there. But man, what a view. Absolutely stunning. Woo-wee. But hey, poor girl made it up and got turned around. You can see down there, I came along that wash. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty far away. Yeah, came up around, the trail's right there. You can see it going off in the distance. I gotta go get back down this lookout and get back on the regular trail, but I had to come up here and check it out. Very pretty. I had to basically back up these rocks and up this hill. Yeah, you can see my tire tracks here, turning and whatnot, backing up these rocks. That was fun. Don't know till you try, right? So you can see here, this is where I started. Came in right about here is where that guy with that trailer is. This is the loop. This lookout area right here is where I am now. Now you can see it kind of looks like there's room up here to turn around. There's not. Any further here, it's all kinds of loose rock and it's very steep, and there's no way you're getting by that. I don't even think a buggy could do it. But it definitely looks a lot more open than it is, and you saw. So I'm gonna go back down the lookout trail here and get back on the main trail. That's what I have left of the loop, and then I have to go back out the way I came in. I don't know if I can find an off spur, but I'll take a peek and see if I can find one, but I doubt there's one. And I have to get by that trailer again. So yeah, it is what it is. Hey, it's an adventure, right? Another bucket adventure. Really overgrown, so it doesn't look like too many people come up here. Doesn't get much usage. Heading back down now. Now what I'm doing going back down, since it's so tight and kind of steep, what I do is I put the transmission into manual mode, right? And then I just stick it in first gear. I will not have to touch my brakes by doing that. The engine will just keep me at a crawl right down the mountain. And you get a lot of control doing it that way. Controlled descent, you know, what have you. It's just much better. But boy, is it beautiful up here. Now right now I'm just in manual mode in second gear, and my engine is just holding me. I'm not touching the brake right now. Nice controlled descent. Even though this area right here isn't as steep as what was behind me, I just wanted to show you kind of what I do. And yeah, you are going to get some pinstriping if you come out to this trail. It's pretty tight in a lot of areas. I really love when you come to these sections of desert with all the tall saguaro that surround you. It's absolutely gorgeous, very beautiful. You can see, you get the mountains in the background and all the saguaro. Just a beautiful trail. Bucking Life recommended, that's for sure. I had some friends come out here in a group, and they said it was absolutely amazing. So it's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to come out here. Like, I had it on my radar, but what they told me just confirmed it. Here comes Lee with the van. Poor guy. Let's talk with him and see if he figured anything out. He was supposed to meet some people, but I don't know if he was able to meet up with them or not. He was supposed to be camping with them. I didn't expect to see you again. How's it going, bro?
Good, man, good.
Man.
How you doing?
Yeah, you know, I'm just getting finished up with the trail.
Nice.
You know, just saw you coming. I'm like, man, where's he going? Did you ever meet up with your people?
No, I'm not there yet. I'm still about 30 minutes from the...
I didn't see anybody out there, though.
I told them to take their time. Shit's gonna go... There's a swimming spot right in the Gila River.
Oh, really?
So they were on the AZT.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 miles, they got directions. You gotta ride up this wash.
Yeah.
Get left into another wash. It's like Cal Trail.
Oh, wow.
And then get on this road. And so yeah, you wouldn't see them. Hopefully they're still swimming.
it's pretty washed out, bro. I came across a hiker too. He's doing the Arizona Trail. He's on mile 300.
Oh, nice.
Like, man, more power to you, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, let me go see how this works.
Well, be safe, Lee.
Right.
Good to see you again, man. Good luck, brother, man. Yeah. Take care of yourself, man. Super nice guy, but I don't know what he's doing out here in a top heavy van. I mean, the van does have four-wheel drive, but that trailer he had has definitely seen better days. And I told him, I was like, man, it's probably time to invest in a better off-road trailer, because that thing's messed up, absolutely messed up. Still feel bad for the guy though.
I saw all these guys set up camping, and I was feeling kind of social, so I stopped and chatted with these guys for about a half an hour. One of them even knew who I was. He watches my videos. I didn't get our interactions on video, but they were a bunch of cool guys. So after conversing for a while with those guys, I started to make my way out. I didn't have very far to go, but you can probably see by the shadows of the mountain that the sun was starting to go down, so I wanted to get home. It had already been a long day. My stomach was starting to rumble, and all I could think about was getting home and eating a nice hot dinner. Chicken wings. I was craving chicken wings. And of course, I still had to get by Lee's trailer once more. Now, it turned out to be a lot easier to get by it on the way back than on the way in.
As you can see, I got back by the trailer, so it's a good thing you got this little berm kind of thing up here because it makes it more stable, and you don't want to end up down there. That would not be a good day. But Lee, I hope you get this thing out of here, bud. Good luck, man. Well, as you saw back in Sandy Wash now, towards the end of the trail, this has been a great one. It's definitely been a day with a lot of different experiences, to say the least. Now, with that being said, I'm still gonna make sure that I head out as early as possible instead of, you know, just taking my time in the morning. I just want to be able to get out here early enough to get back early enough, if you catch my drift. Now after I come to the end and then get aired back up, I still have about an hour and 40-minute drive home, so not too bad, but you know, I wish I was a little bit closer at this time of the day. I do have snacks with me, but I'm getting really hungry and I really just want to eat dinner now. So, but it's been an epic day. No disappointments at all. Love it. Walnut Canyon, great run. Yeehaw! Sometimes you just want to play around a little bit and get some speed through these washes. Well, end of the line for this one. Getting aired up as usual, and then gonna head home, make myself some glorious dinner. I'm starving. Favorite part of the trail? You know, it was all great. I had to pick one favorite part. You know, I think it's towards the beginning as you're gaining elevation. Pretty awesome climb. You know, minus running into Lee with the busted trailer. But, you know, I couldn't. It was either help him out, help him get the trailer unhitched, help him get going, or turn around and leave. And I wasn't about to do that. I don't have that in me. So it took us about an hour or so to get him going, but you know, he made it out. And of course, you know, I saw him again, as you saw in the video. But yeah, it's bound to happen. I just hope he gets out of there soon. Let's get a lot of equipment in there. Walnut Canyon, great trail. Now on this one, I scraped quite a few times due to the washouts, and they're pretty bad. So I wouldn't recommend coming out here in anything but a high clearance vehicle, obviously. So just make sure you get good sized tires and a small lift at least. My skid plate saw some action today. I'll say that much. But once again, guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks again for joining me on another bucket adventure of Walnut Canyon. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget, it helps out my channel. I really appreciate it. But that's gonna do it. Another one in the books. Thanks for joining me on Bucking Life, where I live my life one bucking adventure at a time. Till next time.